In 30 minutes, broadcasting's finest duo will hit the airwaves. And prepare for the incomparable Opie and Anthony Show. Only a show this big could have a pre-show this good. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony pre-show with Sam Roberts.
Welcome indeed. Time to start another week of wonderful radio. With the Opie and Anthony pre-show, my name is Sam Roberts, and we are counting down the minutes until Opie and Anthony begins, as we do every morning here on the Opie and Anthony channel. It's Monday. Opie and Anthony will be live in just a few minutes. In the meantime, you can celebrate that fact with me by talking about everything that they may be talking about today and everything that went down as we closed last week. Call me up, 866-WOW1WOW, 866-969-1969, and we can talk about everything that's on your mind. It was a big week last week. It'll be a big week this week. A lot planned, not only today, but throughout the week. And we'll get into all that as the pre-show moves forward today. But why not start today's pre-show with what was for a lot of people the moment of the show on Friday. Of course, Opie and Anthony made news recently by going out and saying that they can't believe that there hasn't been a revolution in this country, and that maybe there should be, based on the Obamacare thing. You know, they were talking about everybody losing their health care. They were talking about everybody's premiums going up. And Ant, I tell you, when Ant gets on a roll with something, I finally understand cultism. I get the whole David Koresh thing. I understand why people went along. Because when you're sitting in this studio, well, that studio, we broadcast the pre-show out of this little closet studio next to the main studio. But, I mean, when you're sitting in that studio with Ant, he can convince you of just about anything. And he convinced the room how bad and unfair Obamacare was. And I think we were all on board until we heard this from Opie at the top of Friday's show.
After it was all said and done, and he crunched the numbers and showed me what I'm now dealing with, I'm saving money.
Wait.
So,
what? I didn't.
Saving money. Anyway, so
I heard money.
What?
What was that?
Save money.
Yes.
No.
Come on.
So,
all right, look.
Yes, after all that and calling for a revolution, I'm actually going to save money on Obamacare. I swear to God. See, this show that you listen to is very different than most radio shows.
So you're saving money.
After all that crap and listening to you and getting influenced by you and calling for a revolution,
now
Barry told me I am actually saving money because of Obamacare.
I want to know, though.
Not a lot. I'm saving a little over 1%.
1%. That's kind of a lateral.
And some of the numbers, are dropped, like premiums and such.
What about deductibles? See, the premiums.
The
down
deductibles
sometimes.
went down too.
Deductibles went down. What about your co-pays?
It went down.
I thought you had lost your plan.
I did.
Oh,
but then it
no.
got replaced with a better one.
It's what's called a blessing in disguise.
A blessing in disguise.
See. And this is
my
why this
God.
show is different. I could have kept that info to myself.
Sure.
And kept the whole revolution thing going. But I guess I got to throw myself under the bus.
That's it,
I'm actually saving just a tad bit.
What started as what we thought was a nightmare turns out to be serendipity, as Opie now has a more affordable healthcare plan. It was amazing. But this all led to what was going on Twitter over the weekend. So I'm sure that we'll get into the talks of revolution later on today's show, because Anthony, I love reading Anthony's Twitter. Of course, Anthony Cumia, because it gives you some insight onto whatever is on the man's mind. And this weekend was one of the more manic weekends I've ever seen. He was going back and forth all weekend between Americans standing up to a tyrannical government and talking about rights being taken away and all of this, with photos of his pool being open for the first time because it's warm outside. So it was either, everybody standing up for their Second Amendment rights, or look at my adorable cat next to my pool that's open. It was it was amazing. I loved it. And he's a multi-dimensional man, and I think that's what makes him so good. But he's definitely a good follow. And I want to see what the weekend takeaway was for Anthony. Opie was honest. He said he went to his meeting and found out that Obamacare is actually good news. Good news for him and his family. I want to know what the takeaway from the weekend was for Anthony. Was it Americans need to stand up to their government, or was it I can finally take a dip in my jacuzzi? I don't know where his brain is right now, but I can't wait to find out. Let's go to some phone calls. We'll start with Jeremy in Maryland. Jeremy, welcome to the pre-show.
Hey, what's up, Sammy?
How you doing?
Hey, pretty good, man. Hey, I used to be a huge wrestling fan when I was a kid. I'm 39 years old, but I'm taking my 8-year-old to Monday Night Raw in Baltimore on next Monday.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, how do I go about, I guess, getting backstage or getting to where, like, they have, like, a meet and greet, man? I know you know all the ins and outs of that shit, but I couldn't find anything on the internet or anything like that.
I think you just got to buy tickets.
Is it like, dude, I'm like 3 rows from the ring, and I just...
Why do people, they tweet me and they call me and they go, hey, dude, you think you give me some wrestling tickets? No, no, what? I don't even get stuff like that from my own friends. Why would I've never met these people before in my life. If you want VIP tickets, go to Ticketmaster and buy VIP tickets. I don't know what to tell you. I know about tickets to Unmasked. That's my event. I don't know anything about this Monday Night Raw. Lou in Jersey. What are they calling me with that for? 6 o'clock in the morning. What's up, Lou?
Good morning, Sammy. How are you?
Good.
That's actually what I was calling for. I'm predicting a little bit of chaos. I'm sure you and Hope and Jim were getting barraged with ticket requests for this Unmasked. And I think it's going to get a little bit more crazier as the week proceeds.
Well, of course, Unmasked with Opie and Anthony is going down on Thursday. And it's become a hot ticket because we're doing it at Caroline's Comedy Club, which means, only a few hundred people, I don't know, less than 300, I think, can fit into the club. And, there's thousands of people that want to go see this thing. So, of course, throughout the week, last week, we were hearing from Lady Di and Bobo, who have effectively been banned, as has Marion, Lady Di's best friend. Marion was calling into the pre-show a whole bunch last week. You think it's only going to get worse this week, Lou?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's going to skyrocket.
Well, Colin Quinn, thank you, Lou. Colin Quinn called up Friday to talk about maybe getting some +1s for Unmasked. Let's go to track 4.
The thing that infuriates me the most is the amount of white people jumping ship on being white.
Yes.
And going, yes, these white people, hey, please love me.
Right.
I'm one of the good ones.
Yes,
Because
look at me. I understand.
My innate racism.
I know. Yes, it's just this ingrained. For some reason, white people can have an inherent racism. It's like in our DNA when you talk to these people, and when these people go on these shows and just and apologize for their own whiteness. That is acceptable to say that. But if you then in turn said that there's an innate disposition for violence in the black community, now you're a racist who's generalizing everything. But these are the same people that say that 100% of white people have some form of racism embedded in them.
Yeah, 50% of white people say it. That's the other.
Yes, and that's it. 50% of white people will say that too.
I think you need a whiteness studies class.
Yes, a white study class.
Well,
I
on to
like
more
it.
important things, guys. I hate to ask favors. Can I get 4 tickets to the Unmasked?
Now we need to know
one
who you're.
for me and then 3 for some friends of mine that are big fans.
I gotta know who the friends are you're taking those.
Are they?
What
Carl?
difference does it make, people?
Are they bothering you? I would love to know that Lady Di and Bobo are bothering the shit out of you for tickets.
Harassing Colin.
I hope they're doing that.
I love it. Oh, shit. Call it. I need tickets to the Unmasked.
As of this morning, Lady Di, Marion, and Bobo are all still on the Bobo list. Unmasked is this week, and none of those people, not only are none of those people invited, they're all banned as of now. But I think Lou in Jersey was right. I think this week we'll see them pull out all the stops and try to get into this thing. I mean, we're hearing from people that we don't even know, like just super fans of the show that don't feel the need to call up all the time and make it about themselves, that are trying to get into this thing like crazy. So you can imagine people like Bobo and Lady Di who have no concept that the show is not just a showcase for them, not being able to get in. I think it's only going to get worse. The other big thing, the Obamacare thing was huge on Friday, and that'll lead in nicely to where we begin on today's Opie and Anthony show. But I think the big takeaway for me was our analysis of Summertime is Great. The hit new song on YouTube. Our pal Dan Soder was in as we broke down this music video like nobody else can. Let's start listening to how we broke down the song Summertime is Great with track 8.
It's
Talk about poor body image.
Oh, she looks like the son of a professional. She looks like the daughter of a wrestler.
Why would Slaughter's kid?
Why would she do this?
All these kids,
you know how much evil is out there? Why are you doing this?
They all, you know what? So far, both kids look like children that got abducted and murdered.
First of all, the boy riding the bike at the beginning comes off a little effeminate,
a bit fruity,
and with the internet,
you're saying top button on a golf shirt?
a little bit.
He reminded me of like a young version of the killer from True Detective.
I guess
he could use a cycle.
Yeah. Blast those delts.
Now the girl has so much wrong with her.
She's like a chubbier version of the girl from Shameless.
Yes.
Right. Yes. Much chubbier.
But even chubbier. She's a chubby girl.
Who is the fat guy in Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
Oh my God, Francis. She looks like Francis.
Hi, Pee-wee.
Pee-wee.
Nice bike, Pee-wee.
That's what she looks like. She looks like fucking Francis.
You deal with Katy Perry, man. She's going to be pissed.
Wow.
She wrote a whole song about this shit.
Bullying?
Francis?
Firecracker, right?
About Francis?
You're right. Yeah. Firecracker had the chubby girl jump in the pool because it's cool. It doesn't matter what you look like.
Well, let me tell you something.
Yeah, but if you want to make good radio, you make fun of that fat ass.
But the thing is, it's not... look, I'm not taking blame on this. They know that YouTube has a fucking comments section. She's going to get slaughtered.
Yeah, you put your daughter out to die.
It's crazy.
You put her in a video like that. And Katy Perry is one of the hottest chicks ever. So, yeah, if she writes a feel-good fucking song.
Yeah, she probably shouldn't be singing those songs.
No, you let an ugly person.
Yeah, Lord.
Yeah.
Lord should be singing Firecracker.
Exactly.
Poor Lord.
You're right, Katy Perry. Not a hint of fat on her.
Wonderful tits.
But she's going to tell...
Except in the titty.
But she's going to tell fatties it's okay.
Be beautiful. Oh, okay, chick who everyone wants to see topless. I don't want to see Francis from Pee-wee circling a pool like some sort of land shark.
You'll get yours, Pee-wee.
Oh, my goodness. Now, there is an update on the group. Do you remember what this group's name was?
3 Beat Slide.
3 Beat Slide, right? Yeah, there's an update on 3 Beat Slide. We were trying to figure out on Friday whether it was a prank or it was a real group. There is an interview that they did. It's a foreign language interview, but still an interview nonetheless. So I think we'll be able to get into that a little bit today. Anthony just walked in, and there is no doubt that he spent a little time in his backyard this weekend. He looks like he just came back from Turks and Caicos. He was just outside in the sun, opening his pool, raging against the system. Oh, my God. Let's go back to Jeremy. Jeremy, you're on the pre-show.
Hey, you fucker. I wasn't bumming like Bobo, okay? I was just fucking thought you knew some shit, but obviously you know nothing, bro. I was asking you some fucking tips.
Look,
So don't call me Bobo. Don't treat me like Bobo.
I'm all for helping somebody.
Dude, but you act like
I'm trying to do a radio show, though. I can't help you find wrestling tickets right
I
now.
didn't ask you to help me find you, fucker. I asked you for advice.
But do you understand that it has nothing? It has nothing to do with the show at hand. It has nothing to do with what we're doing. It's kind of like something that you would call your buddy.
I don't have any buddies, man. You're my only buddy. So be my buddy.
You're right. You're right, Jeremy. Jeremy, I was out.
I gotta go to
Jeremy, I was out of line, and I apologize.
All right, we got off to a bad start. I'm sorry. I'll see you later. I'll be listening to you later.
Are we still buddies?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Not
buddy.
buddies, but we're
All right.
buddies.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Later.
Thank God. Thank God Jeremy and me are still cool. Because that's one of those things that was weighing on my conscience. He was the guy who called in 10 minutes ago asking about wrestling tickets. I'm glad that we covered all that. Let's go back to the summertime video. Let's skip ahead a little bit to the big reveal of the father. Because to me, I think the real star of this band is the father that put these two little kids up to singing this song. Let's go to track 10.
Here's this guy with a horrid comb over, sitting on a cheesy motorbike
with obvious bad breath. Even though
yes, it does look like he's got some bad breath.
We're not there.
Playing an acoustic guitar on the side of a road by like a field
on a shitty almost motorcycle.
I would if I had a child playing sports and this guy was anywhere near him. I'd be like, I'm pulling him from the game.
Yeah.
I'm not letting my son play in this.
Yeah, this guy has the hassle of having to tell all of his neighbors when he moves into town.
Fucking old clammy hands that's moving in next door.
He's not allowed to celebrate Halloween.
Is this the father?
I think it's the father.
You know, if I shave my mustache, people won't be able to tell.
You could tell he has really bad dandruff.
Yeah.
Yes, well, a comb over and everything. It's just unhealthy scalp.
The beating that you would take in school based on that being your father.
Yes, just on that being your father.
So much worse than anything else you're actually doing in the video.
Right.
Let's go. Come on, guys.
Yeah, here we go.
Well, if they didn't stop throwing so much ugly at us.
Yeah, I know, they really are.
We could mow through this thing. It's funny you asked. I played in a band in college.
Yeah. You know, we should make a video, kids.
Would that be fun?
Yeah.
His kids have no concept what cool is. No, I'll bring the motorcycle
What
out.
do we write a song about? Well, just write a song about something you enjoy. What's something you like? Summertime, Dad. We'll write a song about summertime.
Okay,
now
let's
put
write
your
a song.
clothes back on.
We're going to show Alicia swimming.
Oh, yeah. Get her in that swimsuit. We need to sexy up this video.
His wife is yelling at him. I thought they took the video camera away from you.
We have to move again.
It really is a humiliating thing. You wonder if people realize when they're going to put something like that up, the impact that it's going to have on their whole family. We tried to explain exactly what the family dynamic was as we were watching the Summertime is Great video. Let's move on to track 13.
That daughter's face, though.
The daughter's face is Francis. The son needs hormone therapy immediately if they want to keep him from being something trapped in something else's body.
But he does look like he's a transgender.
Yes. He needs a strong shot of steroids.
He could go either way.
I want no steroid if it bit me in the neck. But this boy needs some.
A rabid bat would bite her in the fucking neck.
He really does look like a guy that's either going to be a billionaire or end up
or a school shooter, like you said.
And the father just
he's at the crossroads right now.
He's convicted. He's going to be like Steve Buscemi and Billy Madison, just putting lipstick on and taking phone calls.
And then humming, "It's summertime."
And the father will be completely bald by Sunday.
I bet he's bald by now.
Right. The father's got that look of somebody in a prison interview that's going, "I've made peace with myself and what I've done
with the Lord."
Yes, with the Lord. And
Jesus forgives me for just making all those people disappear.
I realize I've hurt a lot of people. That's his look.
We'd love to meet the kids. Oh, they're not here right now.
No,
their mother has them.
Yeah, where's the mother?
Yeah, I'd like to find out what this family story is.
Who was driving the golf cart at the end of the video?
His lady friend that also lives in the complex.
Yes. I thought it was a woman, though.
It was.
Maybe it was the mom's cameo.
Oh, she's just my friend.
You think the mom filmed it?
You know we can never replace mom.
Yeah.
This reeks of Jimmy Kimmel or dead mom.
Dead mom.
I think the mom is alive, and they're putting it out because they want the mom to see it,
and
come back and be like, "Oh my God, my super talented family is putting music out."
Hey, do you remember
should probably use that strategy? Maybe your mom will see the video. She'll come back.
Do you remember when she'll know we're living at that apartment near that rest area off the highway?
There's got to be something up with it. And how good was Dan Soder, by the way, on Friday? Amazing. Always amazing. Let's go to everybody's favorite caller on a Monday morning. And, of course, I'm referring to Superfan Eric. Good morning, Superfan Eric. Welcome to the pre-show.
Oh, Sam fucking Roberts, I'm so fucking fired up. I can't believe it. It's fucking Monday.
Yeah.
I got 5 days of work ahead of me. I'm going to be making fucking hoagies for the greatest city in America, the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. My Phillies, they swept the freaking Marlins right back to Miami. Get them the hell out of town. My Flyers, we're coming after you, Sam. New York, you better watch out.
All right, I'll watch out. My question is, what happens to people who want hoagies in the weekend? You said you got 5 days of work. What happens if on a Saturday I drive down to Philly and I'm looking for a hoagie?
Listen, my place is open where I work. I don't want to say who it is. I'm not after cheap plugs.
Right.
I'm out to be the super fan. I'm all fired up. Hey, you never know. Some days I work on a weekend.
Hey.
Some days I work on a weekend so that I have off during the week so I can go to the Flyer games because that's how I live my life. I'm a super fan for Philadelphia.
Well, Eric, it's always good to hear from you.
Sam Roberts, professional broadcaster. I love you. Can't wait for Monday Night Raw tonight. Can't see what they have in store for the Ultimate Warrior. Listen, you're the ultimate professional broadcaster, Sam Roberts. I love you. F. Larry. Yay, my boy Todd from Burlington. Love you, buddy. I'll talk to you soon. Sam, good talking to you.
All right, I'll talk to you later, Superfan Eric. The last time Eric did that, Todd from Burlington was on hold for the rest of the pre-show, on the main show, and on the post-show. I didn't pick up his call, but the message was, yes, I'm the Todd that Superfan Eric brought up earlier this morning. It's like, so what?
His energy was a little low today.
His energy was. It was a little lower today, but that's because it's a Monday. You know, Superfan Eric only gets more and more fired up as the week continues, so I can't wait. And quite frankly, I can't wait to hear from Todd from Burlington today either. Well, only a few minutes before the Opie and Anthony show begins. Now, we got a big show to get to today. If you didn't see this video that was going around all weekend, stay tuned. You're going to want to hear not only the audio from the video, but the show's take on it. There's this great Wheel of Fortune clip that's been going around. Maybe, and there's been a lot of good Wheel of Fortune viral videos, but this is maybe the worst Wheel of Fortune player there's ever been. We'll get into that. Some white rapper kid is posting a bunch of vines that Jim got turned on to, so we'll be playing a bunch of those. And this great news report from Minnesota. I guess Minnesota lost the NCAA hockey championship. And so this reporter for Fox Minnesota is outside on the street trying to do live shots in the middle of this riot. And these drunk college kids just won't leave him alone. Like, it's not like one or two of them. They're just all rallying around him. They're putting their hands on his shoulders. They're pushing him around. It's really one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. So, we'll get into all of that later today here on the Opie and Anthony channel, on the Opie and Anthony show. You heard in that last clip that we played of the summertime video explanation that Dan Soder was doing his Nancy Grace impression. We got into Nancy Grace on Friday and her theory on the Ultimate Warrior dying and she just makes things up. She comes from a place of being completely uninformed. But I think the real takeaway was the doctor that Nancy Grace had on her show and the character that it turned into with the great Dan Soder in studio. Let's go to track 7, Sal.
It ruins your cholesterol, raises your blood pressure. It can cause a lot of heart enlargement that can lead actually to an arrhythmia causing sudden death.
Oh, man. Can you imagine if the Ultimate Warrior got taken out by cholesterol?
That would be crazy.
Yeah. I don't like this guy's doctor energy.
Cholesterol.
After all the years of just eating whatever I wanted, cholesterol, you're here. This guy's doctor energy is upsetting me, too. If he was my doctor, I wouldn't go back to him.
No, I don't like it.
Because he's like that fun, like science is fun energy.
Yeah.
You can learn about science. Science is everywhere.
Shut up, doctor. Don't you have fun? Put a little dye eye in the water. See how it changes? Science. Shut up.
Science is in a flower. Science in the trees.
All around you. Science.
I love it. I could picture that show. And it stinks.
And then they're like, can you talk about steroids? He's like, steroids make people die. Only 1%. Oh, fuck this guy.
Think that he was in great shape, so why would he be found dead?
Yeah, but, sometimes, I don't know. The last thing I am is a doctor, Nancy.
But I am doctor. Come back to me.
Oh, do you want to learn about science? Oh, welcome back.
I like that Diamond Dallas Page sounds like an old black musician. Where he's like, I haven't been on the road for about 40 years.
I thought schooly
Where does she get these people from?
Yeah. Well, she's trying to get Diamond Dallas Page to say that it's steroids.
Right.
And he's not going to say
back
that.
up just slightly because we were laughing hard out there.
Piece of vinegar and baking soda volcano.
It simulates how a real volcano explodes.
But now, how does this? What does this have to do with the wrestler?
It's like his heart was a volcano and it blew up catastrophically. That may have actually been what happened. I think Dan Soder got to the bottom of stuff there. Let's go to Daniel in Pennsylvania. What's up, Daniel?
Hey, how's it going, Sam?
Good.
Well, I was calling to complain about that summertime video.
Yeah.
And then you had on the Dan Soder clip, and I think you're the right person to talk to. You're the producer. Why is the delay so bad on the XM app? Like, I call in all the time, and you're like 15 minutes ahead by the time I get put on hold.
That's the magic of the internet, Daniel.
No, I know about the internet. The internet goes faster than that. It's a series of twos. Didn't you know that?
Oh, I didn't know. I think there's not enough ones and zeros in the right orders.
Right. Well, anyway, what I was calling about was that summertime video. Are you guys sure that that's not like a goof? Because I can't see that amount of ugly being like unintentional.
Yeah, we were actually talking about that on Friday, and no, we're not sure that it's not a goof. The theory that we had was that Jimmy Kimmel put this together, and it's going to be one of his big reveals that he does from time to time. But I think that the fact that there's now an interview with this family, and it's like a Telemundo Spanish language interview, it makes me feel like it's more real. I don't know why, but the fact that it's a foreign language interview and the fact that it exists at all, and it really does look like it came from TV. It doesn't look like it's a fake TV interview that they just put the graphics on some video editing program. It looks real. It's on their YouTube page, and we may get into that a little later today on the Opie and Anthony Show. Let's go to Russ in New Hampshire. Welcome to the pre-show, Rush.
Hey, Sam,
Rush.
how you doing?
Russ. What's up?
Hey, so I was thinking, with these three retards that want to get tickets to the Unmasked,
Of course, you're talking about Lady Di, Marion, and Bobo.
those are the three retards. I really think that you guys should offer up maybe just one ticket and either do like a Hunger Games thing where they try and kill each other for it, and Lady Di could literally be the girl on fire. Or I forget the movie. Remember the one where they're all like these rich people that get these poor people with like diseases and stuff. They sit at a table and they kill each other off one at a time, and at the end somebody gets a ton of money. I don't remember that one or not.
I do like your theory about making Lady Di the girl on fire. No, Lady Di, it's just like Katniss. Just here's some gasoline, and here's a match, and she just lights herself on fire, and we wheel her down 50th Street.
They should absolutely do something where they completely sell their soul for just a ticket to a fucking stupid Unmasked.
That would be funny. Thank you, Russ. By the way, Unmasked is going to air live. So for those of you that want to see it, that'll be on Thursday. But I'm sure that we're going to hear from Lady Di and Bobo, if not today, throughout the week. And maybe that's a good idea. Maybe we offer up one ticket. We light Lady Di on fire, like Katniss in Hunger Games. And then we see who really wants it the most. Because that's what it's all about. Well, listen, the Opie and Anthony Show is seconds away. Big show today. The Reverend Al story continues. Reverend Al says he did not do cocaine. And some guy came out and talked about, in that period of time, how much Reverend Al loved having that mic'd briefcase around. Boy, did he love that briefcase. I'm sure we'll get into that. Billy Crystal is getting an FX show. and he said that he's bringing back some of his characters from SNL. I'm like, what? Nobody who watches television, who remembers Billy Crystal on SNL? These characters are 40 years old now. Write something. I'm sure we'll get into all of that and more once the Opie and Anthony show begins, which, as luck would have it, is right now.